I'm recording a prescription. Don't ask why, how, which, all the questions. Because when I have a heart problem, I don't want you to do an MBBS degree and an MD degree. If it's Satsal ke baad, you do all the surgeries. But listen to the guy who has already been there, done it, and dusted it. This is called wisdom. Okay? इस पे सवाल नहीं होता है. Are you guys okay with this? If you're not okay with this, choice is yours. या तो medicine खाओ या तो मर जाओ. First medicine. When you wake up, the first waking up, you should not open your eyes. Your conscious mind is going to wake up. Yes? Don't immediately open your eyelids. The first thing you need to do is just feel your body. You are alive. Can you breathe? Fantastic. Then, what is the next thing you do? Still, do not open your eyes. I want you to extend your body while lying down itself. Can you do that? Like this? Just do it with me. Just do it. Okay? Yeah. Just open it, stretch it, jitna ho sakta hai, whatever you can do it. The same thing you do it with your legs also, your feet also. Okay? Every time when you do it, just breathe in. Breathe in. Remember one thing, one of the greatest things. Why I can tell you this? More than 13 to 15 years of martial arts is good enough for me. Whenever you are stretching yourself, your vital organs opens up, and that's the time you can take more oxygen, right? Okay. So when you are sleeping, what is happening is your body is on inertia. Because for last 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, the body is lying like a dead body, right? So suddenly, if you get up and do all these things, there is a problem out there. But I'll teach you how to do that also. If you call me at night 2 o'clock also, acha, normal people if they call, oh yeah, who is this? But when you call me, yes, tell me. My mind takes millisecond to go into that point, understand who you are, what is the context, what should be my response, reply, reaction. Get my point? So this is possible only when you do this first and dumb mastery. Dumb mastery is the doing of the thing. Why dumb? Keep your mouth shut. Just do it. This is the best wisdom I can give it to you, buddy. The rest of the world is teaching you. I am making you to do. Who will go better? Thinkers never win. Winners never stay back in the same position. Doers move forward. Okay? There is a different kind of things. They say you should think 80% and do 20%. No, it is ulta. Be wise. Follow those guys who have done that 80% of the thinking and done the 20% of the doing. And that's why they have got 100% of the results. Let's copy them and let's do 80% of the doing and only make 20% of the thinking. Hello? So in victory time, this is what we do, is 20% of the thinking. Now prescription number 1, you are still lying down, eyes closed, you are doing a stretching. You don't have to do much kind of things, but I feel it is good if you can do around 3 to 5 breathings, no problem. Then the first thing is when you open your mouth, eyes, okay, I want you to do one thing. Just look around, say thank you, I am alive. That means you need to get your job done, buddy. Your job is not finished in this world. You are going to have the pain, sufferings, and all nonsense, and you are ready for one more 24 hours of your life. Am I right or am I right? Good. Because if you are done, then you will be not even 1 second, my guarantee. Why? 3 times I tried, man. Okay? So, mute. People, okay. Okay. The next thing. This is called as IBS, in-bed stretching. Okay. And this is given by a very old concept in Indian sciences. Okay. In-bed stretching. You can do this in-bed stretching, whatever the way you want. Okay. Why this thing? Because many times there are different kind of people are here, whether it is kids or whether it is old people. Your body, when it is in the same direction, suddenly when you wake up, there are chances that your some muscles can stretch out. Okay, so that's the same reason what we do is in-bed stretching. Once you have done in-bed stretching, the first thing is fold your whatever the bedspread, blanket, make your bed. Even if there are 2-3 people sitting in the same bed also, make your part clear and then you walk out. Because this is called as micro accomplishment systems. When you can fold your bed and get up, what will happen is you have done one task of the day, and that is in your goddamn control, and you have done it. Yes or no? That small micro stuff is going to push you to do better things. Because we human beings, we bloody need that dose of dopamine from day one till the end. Yes or no? So when you finish a task, you feel, chalo, kuch to kiya maine. Right? The second thing what you do, I call it as goal brushing. Okay? What is goal brushing? So this is what you do. When you brush, there is a mirror in front of you. Kuch to hoga. Okay? 32 teeth are supposed to be there in a an Indian face. Right? So what you need to do is when you are brushing, that's the time you talk to the mirror. Bloody, you are still alive. We're gonna talk together. Okay? So this is the first time you're talking to your soul by looking at the mirror. Bloody, you're still alive. I love you. Let's fuck the shit out, man. Let's rock it today. Because you need that mental affirmation here. There are a lot of people, they'll teach you, come on, I'm earning and all this. I don't get into that bullshit. Just talk to that mirror because that's the best friend of yours, that's the best guru of yourself. एक दिन अगर ये काम नहीं करेगा तुम भी काम नहीं कर पाओ. The only thing you have to tell them is today you need to be mentally strong, physically strong, emotionally strong, spiritually strong, and professionally strong. Only then other people will be strong around you. Yes or no? That's the only 5 things you have to talk. That's it. Brush karo. When we are doing your brushing, okay, when you're doing your brushing, there are a couple of things you need to also simultaneously think of. Okay, splash your face with water at least 5-6 times. Okay, when you splash your faces now, your cells in your body, why I can tell you, I'm a molecular biologist, PhD. That is, what will happen? That cold water splash gives you 3 levels of awakening, realizations, and actualization. ये वाला part समझ लेना. Okay, visualization is imagination. Yes or no? One day I will do this. Realization that I am here, I have to go here is called realization. Real time looking at the future. So there is sort of both. Actualization. Okay. In my bank account, I have got 1.5 lakhs. I have to make 10 lakhs. For that, I have to do this, whatever it is. But now you are actually looking at that and you are doing it. You cannot do a goal. Log goal ko paisa mante hain. That is a wrong thing. You should never have money as your goal. Did you get my point? Your goal should be the process to reach to that number. That should be your goal. That micro step milestones should be the goals. So when you are brushing your teeth, this is what you need to do. Why the hell I am looking at that as a goal? The goal should have 3 levels of purpose. Purpose 1, मेरे को क्या? Purpose 2, मेरा family को क्या? Purpose 3 is पूरे world को क्या? Clear? Okay, this will take typically around 1 minute for you. And that goal, if it is not written, if it is not in front of you, it will not gonna go. The goal should have a very simple thing. The goal should have a time. The goal should have a futuristic view of what you are. If you call it as manifestation, visualization, bullshit, I don't care. I need that number when you want to accomplish that goal. It should not be a to-do list. It should be a to accomplish list. It should be only one thing, one level. Remember one thing, goal means focus. Focus means subtraction. Subtraction means sacrifice, and it is goddamn gonna be fucking painful. Did you get my point, sir? I'm giving you something very, very powerful. Okay? And when you have a goal, you should bloody have a hunger also. Nahi goal hai. No, you need to go goddamn into this. खाने का नहीं, पीने का नहीं, छूने का नहीं, घूमने का नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं. That's called as sacrifice. Did you get my point? There is a difference between sacrifice and passion. That sacrifice should be your passion. This is called as the brushing goal. So once you have all goal brushing, whatever you call it as, and whatever I just told you is called as mirror talking. Okay. So technically there is no one speaking. You are not speaking loud. You are just talking to this guy. Look into the eyes and better look into this part. Okay, look into this part. You should be at least like 10 to 15 inches away from the mirror. And this is what you should do. Okay. And I want you to touch yourself. Urja, aaj zindagi jeena hai. Good. That's what you're going to do, man. This is the best thing you can do. Then you need to do something which I do. Okay, if you deserve. It's called as micro spirituality mode. Micro spirituality mode. I read one chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Itna sa hota hai, one paragraph. Now, whatever your religious things or works out, it's fine because ultimately one thing is there. you are goddamn powerless. You have nothing in your hand. That fellow has the remote control. So soon low. Because I read Bhagavad Gita, one chapter, and it is not a book. Today I'll tell you, it is not a book. It is a kind of, I think, the solution, prescription, inspiration, motivation, sala sab dal do. The thing is, you should not read it. You should not read Bhagavad Gita. I learned it after reading it 3 times. You should learn by somebody who has read Bhagavad Gita. So today I will change the perspective to you. Okay. What is this? Inside, it's water. Okay. Now there are some idiots, they will teach you half empty. You know, what is that? Half fill and half empty water. Have you heard of this kind of concepts? Hello? Third perspective, bottle to hai. Did you get my point? Are bottle to hai. The moment you see the third perspective, it's called as director's perspective. In first, we give you this. Okay, when you have this third perspective, this is called as epiphany. When you can see things which other people can't see. When you can figure it out the problem just when the symptom is in front of you. This is only possible when you do this micro spirituality mode, when you realize that you have limited time, limited resource, and limited being. Did you get my point? The moment you change your director's perspective, you will understand I am bloody unlimited. My resources are the limitations of my thought process and ignorance. And I can do any goddamn thing with all the resources to change the world ever. Today, Mahatma Gandhi, he is not a big deal guy, man. He was kicked out of a train and then he said, okay, chalo, main teri watt lagaunga. And what he did, he created a movement of people. One man, two pieces of cloth, one stick, and an entire nation stood with him for fasting. Did you see the difference? Okay. So the moment you see the third perspective, what you can do with the things around, things changes like this. This is only possible when you go into this micro spirituality mode. Okay, small, small, small. The next thing that I do is a 10 minutes thing, which I have detailed that given free of cost to everyone. It's called as 10 to 0. 10 to 0, I don't do it here. I do it one night back, but that's the time I have the list in front of me. I know exactly today what I have to do, how to do this, and not me, but I know what to be done by somebody else. You will grow when you stop doing your to-do list and create to finish list of others. I repeat, you will start growing only when you stop doing your to-do list and you start monitoring about the accomplishment list of the others. This entire structure is called as proactive settings or proactive preparations. In proactive preparations, when you come to at this level, this is the time when your mind has got that clarity. Without clarity, success will never come. Let me tell you, the most idiotic word in this world is called as success. There is nothing called success. It is the level and ignorance where your curiosity stops. Okay, it is the level where your curiosity stops. You have a target of 10 lakh rupees, that is success, fine. When you reach 10 lakh rupees, no 1 crore will be your target. You will never be able to see that unless and until you do it. So success, change it to only one thing is, how can you solve a problem, minimize a problem, or ensure a problem that will never repeat? If you change your success to this level, your things will gonna be changing. Why I'm telling you, I'm doing this, and that's the same reason I think there's a lot of accomplishment I'm able to do. I'm telling you from my points. So when you come to victory time, the first thing you have to do is you cannot learn, you cannot do unless and until you are in a particular geometry. This has been spoken by many things. Please go and read out Hitopadesh, Hatha Yoga, any kind of goddamn shit yoga. Okay, everyone is going to tell you that you need to sit in a particular geometry. Everything is geometry around you. Everything is mathematics and everything is time. Yes or no? Everything. So this is the best two powers you can do is when you sit in the process. Number two, when you sit in this process, there is a particular energy is going to be there, which you are going to divert. Always understand, okay, that your legs can tell you, take you to the destination. Your heart can give you determination. Your head can give you decision, but your destiny will be given by your hands. No one else. Right? So when you have done this part, okay, when you have sat into this position, you need to sit in a particular space, area, which is called as your workstation. This is a workstation where you should do all your work. So I have got 3 different workstations. This workstation is basically for me to do very serious professional thing. I have got another workstation which is in my bed. where I just read certain things, I watch some videos, I lie down. But that is also a workstation for me. I've got third workstation which is outside, okay, where I just I do a calls, or probably I just roam around, have a cup of coffee. Okay, that is also a workstation. All three workstation has a different attributes. Where I'm sitting here, my books are on my left hand side. Okay, I have a structure out there. This is called as the semi-disturbing workstation. Your table should not be empty. Listen, your table should not be empty. Couple of things that you can do in your workstation. Probably I can take this later. If you feel like putting your Guruji's face, putting your mom and dad's picture, putting your any lucky charm there makes you to work, goddamn, take that shit out and keep it there. It's fine. मुझे काम चाहिए. Did you get my point? You beg, buy, borrow, steal, kill, murder. I don't fucking care. You need to keep that stuff which makes you motivated, inspired, and gives you that adjective to go and finish your task. One of the other things I want to give it to you: never sit with an ideal table. You should have a template that is called as the writer's block, okay, or thinker's block. You cannot write on something on a blank page unless and until you have a clarity of thought कि लिखना क्या है. Template से काम करो, time जल्दी बहुत जाएगा. Otherwise, you will keep on thinking, how do I do this? The best way to do this is work with a template. So in victory time, you need to have multiple templates. And in first, we give you a certain process to do this. There's something called as do the OTT job. What is the OTT? One terrific tough job that day. And that is where you need to do anti-procrastination film, which we'll talk about this in the DADA mastery part. In the victory time, what you need to do is you sit here, switch on your camera. Why? Switch on your camera and sit with 1 liter of water. At least 1 liter to pee sakte ho. Yes or no? And this is the only thing Dada is taking the responsibility. Ye kam you can drink and do. Yes or no? This work you can drink and do. What will happen if empty stomach you drink water? I don't care. You see, stop your curiosity. कि क्या होगा, कैसे होगा? Can you stop the how? This is the now. You need to do this. So when you are drinking water, please remember your body is more than 70% is water only. So water has energy, water has memory, water has inertia. Every goddamn thing, there is a lot of things are there. And water cleanses your gut systems also. There is a beautiful way. The most powerful medicine in the world, I think it is water. Right? So once you have done this, the third element that you need is called silence. Okay, look, you cannot do anything if you do not know how to think. Yes or no? You cannot think anything if you do not know how to observe. And you will not be able to observe if you don't have patience. Right? And for patience, you need silence. And that's why victory time is designed where everything is silent here. But there is one thing is there. In this silence also, there are chances because the urban world is so much distractive. Somewhere, some sorts of noise, nonsense. Your dog, cat, kids, some Swiggy, Zomato, some nonsense will come. That's why this time, this 90 minutes from 5 o'clock to 6:30 is a very powerful time, which I call it as the no disturbance zone. This is your me time. This is your self time. This is the time. Do not exercise. Do not do any nonsense breathing exercise. I'm stopping this. You know why? Because this is the time which will never get. Exercise you can do at night, na Baba. Breathing, what breathing you are talking about here? You are alive. God time you are already breathing. You want more breathing? Okay. But then buy something nonsense, man. Take a loan of 10 lakh rupees. See, will breathing will start. Yeah. So this is the time when you need to put your ideas into words. Okay. Words are more powerful than your ideas. Yes or no? Okay. No. Results are more powerful than goddamn every goddamn thing. That's why this is the first part. This is called as the blueprint systems. Once you are here, once you are sitting on this victory time, this is what you need to do. Only do STP, strategy, thinking, and planning. That's it. Your entire 24 hours, This 90 minutes should be the entire blueprint for the remaining 24 hours or 168 hours or 1097 hours. These are certain things we can do later. Are you guys getting this? And for that, you need to be two-way conscious, inward conscious and outside conscious. I'm not Guruji, Mahatma and all these nonsenses. Inward consciousness, I know what the hell I am going through. I have gone through stuff. I don't want to get into that stuff. Okay, so this is the place when you sit here, you need to get your camera on. Why? This is the second thing. When you know that the other people is also watching you, then your posture, system, process, focus, everything is going to be there because you know that you cannot do some nonsense. People who are behind the screen, you are still scared of. You are getting into the introversial thing. You are probably not ready yet. You are not stage ready, camera ready. It's okay. See, I'm wearing a normal t-shirt. क्या ही हो जाएगा? What will happen? You gonna come and kill me? No. What we can do? Maximum क्या करोगे? You cannot do anything because now I am not camera shy. Number two is when the camera is on and I'm working, I know that there is someone watching me. Getting me? There is someone watching me. When 10 people, we keep on studying like this. When the 11th guy comes, what he will do? He will do what I do. Yes or no? Good. So I'll give you an example. In a cage, there was a big pole and one monkey was there. And on top, they have put on banana. So every time when the monkey went up to catch that banana, there was a big force water was jet into this. So after one try, two try, and three try, the monkey left it. Okay. Then another monkey was put. The same thing happened. When they went up to the water, to the banana, the high pressure water was pumped into them. And these guys could not do it. Then the third monkey came. He did not know about all these nonsenses. Okay. Then he started to climb up. Okay. Before he could start, the other two stopped him to go to the banana. Did you get my point? The other two fellows, they stopped him to go to the bananas. Okay. Every time he tried, these two people, they thrashed him and bet him and all those things. When the fourth guy came, he just looked at the banana. Now the third one is thrashing him and it became a culture. Did you get my point? Now they took out the first two guys. They left only the other guys. Now it was a culture that you should not touch the banana. Did you get my point? What I'm doing in victory time is something like that. When 10 people are doing this, this is the good culture. I'm telling you, this is the best way. This is the time when you need to think, and you cannot think with here. You have to think with a pen and paper and 10 to 0. There has to be a template. So when you come here on victory time, you get 90 minutes time to do your mental calculation, compilation, and what should I say? Compositions. Okay, these are the three C's: calculations, compositions, and compilations. These are the process which you are going to write down based on your goals. What is the first milestone can I do today to reach out to my goals, right? These are called as micro milestone settings. These milestones are going to take you tomorrow to the next level, to the third level. Every day is a micro block, and that is what you have to do. Okay, this victory time is a victory because you are taking victory over your senses, about your consciousness, about your own physical systems and all these things. This is the time when when I was paralyzed, I was not able to handle this. These 90 minutes, I used to just sit down and just look at my body and I used to say, okay, my problem is this guy. Today, what can I do? Can I do 2 hours of exercise? Can I do probably some sort of a sitting stuff? Can I do something like an oil massage? Okay. I was concentrating only on that thing because my topic was not about how much money I should make, because I knew for making that money, I need to go to that destination. For going, I need my legs. For legs, I need that goddamn planning for that also. Yes or no? Okay. So this 90 minutes focus time is very much required. Victory time also gives you three things. At exactly 6:15 to 6:20, you should have a blueprint ready of things you should not do, the things you should do, the things you should get it done, and the things you should probably delegate it for some other day. These are the 4 things you should get at the end of this meeting time. Once you have done this, then take around 30 minutes, stretch out, go do whatever you want. I think the best thing what I do at this time from 6:30 to 7 o'clock is I spend some time with me and the environment. I look at the sun, I go out a little bit, stretching. Yeah, I don't take breakfast at this time. 7 o'clock to 7:30, this 30 minutes is the time when you are getting prepared for the 9 to 5. So always remember the day is divided into 4 parts. Victory time is the thinking time, strategizing time, and all those things. Then comes the serving time. Serving time is the only way to make money, and that is somewhere around, from 8:30, 9 o'clock. It goes to almost like 8 o'clock in the evening. This 12 hours is the only place where you can serve others, because these guys are active. These guys are, trying to take your, suggestions and relief and all those things. Once you have done this part, the last part, the fourth part, the third part is called as mastery time. 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, these 2 hours, or 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock, that particular time zone here. This is called as the Sandhya. This is where your brain starts to work again. This is where you capture about things. What is mastery? Mastery is continuous focus into certain things with construct, subtraction, and sacrifice. And that is something which needs to prevail. Unless and until you monitor, unless and until you check. That's why in my team, our reporting structure is exactly at 6 o'clock. You don't report, you're out. Yeah. So this mastery time is more about self-correction, monitoring and all those things. The night after probably around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock onwards till midnight is the time of authority. This is the time you do something of your scalable structures. That is the time we practice in the dojo. That is the time where everything is done, the entire stuff. That's the time. In mastery time also, there are certain things which you need to do. Is you get 2 small windows here. One window is 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Another window is 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the evening. These are the 2 things for your family and friends, for your getting social and all these things. You need to know where to cut down your time. This is called as time wasting consciousness. A phone call which you are doing from 30 minutes, you can do it in 3 minutes and finish it off. Yes or no? Right? So time wasting consciousness is something that is a self-correcting autopilot mode. So what I do is 7 o'clock to 7:30, you have got 2 things. One is called as anti-procrastination pill, where you figure it out. What is that one goddamn shit we have to do in this next 10 hours? And that's why you need to write it down. What is that you want to do? How are you going to do? What time you are going to do? What is the duration is required? And what are the 4 or 5 steps that is required for you to do that? For that, there is a Google form, which you do it exactly at 7 o'clock to 7:05. The second thing is called as the power of conformity. Power of conformity. Look around you, you will find all the other fellows are still sleeping, getting out. They don't have a proper goal. They don't have the clarity of goal. And that's why, अगर goal अगर set हो गया ना, तो जिंदगी में आप सो नहीं पाओगे. That's my guarantee. You cannot see a goal by sleeping, by daydreaming. No. So how do you get connected to that powerful stuff? How do you get polarized? For polarization, you need to meet those people. Where do you meet these people? They come on the dumb mastery. When you come to the dumb mastery, I give you five minutes to interact with each other. When you see other guys are pumping up, doing the stuff, you will get your embarrassment. You will get yourself, lower self into that high mood of inspiration, motivation. I bloody don't care. I want you to get into action. Don't talk, don't think now, just get into that flow. So morning, you know what you are, where you want to go in the Dhammastery session, which is somewhere around 7 o'clock to 7:30. When you meet people, you know that you are not alone. There are many people like you who wants to, win this particular day, and they're already into that polarized high level of motivation structure, and they're willing to kill this entire day. That is something which has been given by Jack Canfield, Robin Sharma, sab log bolte hain, eating that frog and all. I would also like to tell you that in this time, there is another 5 minute slot or 10 minute slot is given for idea mastery. Why? Because whenever you are going to do certain OTT, what is OTT? Obviously, the terrific tough job. Then please understand, anything which is scary, anything which is fearful is because you lack ignorance. Okay, you lack that wisdom, you lack that curiosity, you lack that energy, and that is only possible when you have ideas. How can you generate ideas if you do not know how to compile certain things? God does not have all the powers. We also have some powers. One of the power, what to store, what to delete. What is the frequency of sorting, and what is the frequency of compilations? What is the different kind of combination of compositions that we can do? This can be done by only human brains. Other animals cannot do that. Okay, we have a combination of emotions and feelings and outcomes. We can visualize those things, and that is only possible when you put a high pressure thinking structure in this 10 minutes, which is called as idea mastery. You generate 10 ideas a day. When you generate 10 ideas a day, the small guys or the beginners, they'll have around one or two, but the pro level guys will have around 20, 30, 40, 50. That is called as a flow stage. What will happen if your brain is working like that? Now your body has to be done. So exactly at, uh, just 1 second. So exactly somewhere around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Now your body has getting that particular kind of attention, that threshold energy. With this energy, now you can go and rule this world from 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock. That is the time. Your work should be your exercise. You do not need to go to gym. You do not have to do yoga. अपने आप ही सब कुछ होएगा. Yeah, that's what it's going to do. I think one set of Surya Namaskar, if you can repeat for 5 times over, you do not need any other yoga in your life. So I'm giving you the power things. I hope the session was good. I tried giving you a lot of informations out there. And this is the crux of how I'm living my life. You follow it, you will be a victory. If you don't follow it, choice is yours. So with that, let me pause the session.